Hey, flawless men. So, it is such an honor to speak to our men again today. I want to tell you some wisdom that I got from this man on Facebook, and his name is MJ. And y'all know I gotta be real with y'all, but I also have written 3 things to do before you marry her. So, the first thing to do before you marry a woman is pray about it. A flawless man, and I'll say this over and over again, so that way when you're on this channel and you keep hearing me say that, you're taking on that identity. You know what that is? That's not any type of like uncomfortable or homosexual title or anything like that. I did my extended research. I got that directly from God. A flawless man is a perfect man. It's a man that's found without blemish, a man that has a covenant with God, period. And it doesn't matter what's going on in life, no different woman. This man will not allow a woman to break the relationship that he has with God. A flawless man is a king. He cares about his life. He cares about his family. He's a protector. He's a leader. Beyond doing things for other people, he cares about himself. So he knows how to speak to the Father. He is not ashamed. He is not afraid. This is a clean man. This man is found without blemish. This man, he gets his hygiene is good. He's wise. This is a mature man. He doesn't think that getting massages or taking care of his nails and his skin and all of those things are homosexual. This man is a wise man. That is a flawless man. On today, flawless men, before you marry a woman, first of all, understand that women have been used by the devil BC. This was before anything. It was his plan in Revelation to use the woman and turn her against the man. The enemy already knew that the man was going to be God's perfect creation. Adam was God's perfect creation. So the enemy wanted to use the woman and turn her against the man, and that's what happened. These things go back decades before we were even put on this planet. We're in a different generation, but it's the same thing. It's the same concept. We come from some of these generations and these lines of Adams and Cains and all of these people as well. But so understand that, because I think some men think it's a lot of men out here, they think it's okay to disrespect women, and if they know something about their past to try to bring that up. First of all, you have to heal. Make sure you heal, and you can be a flawless man. You can be the man that you need to be. That way you're not out here disrespecting women either, manipulating them or doing anything wild. Every man will have their day. Every man will be judged according to their work. So don't think because you this man that God love you so much that you're not going to be judged. You're going to be judged. Get that out of your mind about having multiple wives. I'm not no guru. When we come in here, we keeping it real. It's just me and a man. We here with it. We locked in. We kind of like bros. And I always say this as well. It's an honor for me to be speaking like this because I have experience with men, intimacy and just having men friends. And I love communicating with men to just get them to see that, hey, bro, you not just here to be somebody's slave. So I love you, and I want you to know that you matter. So this is why you have your own section on this channel. Do not go forth in relationships or you are not healed. Make sure you heal, okay? Do the work that you have to do. It's not fair for you to want and expect a woman to be so, of value, and you're not of value neither. Equally yoked mean equally yoked. You good, I'm good. You known in the gates, I'm known in the gates. That came from Proverbs. A Proverbs 31 man, because there is a Proverbs 31 man. Proverbs 31 was a woman. She was telling her son. See, we always want to talk about Proverbs 31, what the woman should be doing. There is instruction for the man. If you ask me, Proverbs is directly for the man in general. It started off with David and his wife telling his son what to do. It ended off with the woman telling her son what to do and what to look for in a woman. Understand, you have to be equal to that woman as well. God don't play about his women neither. Do not judge your woman. if she is vulnerable enough to tell you her past and different things like that, that's what being a flawless man is, a man of strength. You're not going to let, because she messed with some men back in the day, you're not going to let that deter your future or your thought or your mindset of her. Understand that the women have been used against the men. Understand, I'm just saying, we're going to be raw. Lord forgive me, because I'm still working behind the scenes. Understand that a woman, when y'all want to call us hoes, or maybe even call us hoes, or whoever be calling people hoes, understand that a woman, somebody had to make her to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that we were just born hoes. People were just born hoes. It was the different things that men said, the different things that people went through. Same thing for men. I think sometimes men think that just because they are men, they're not a hoe. They can't do different things like that. And like I said, forgive me for the, but, and I'm just, trying to break it down so we can understand that everybody has been through something. Everybody has been introduced to something. At this point of you wanting to marry someone, you have to go back to God. But what everybody else is talking about, you have to go to God. This is a union. This is a covenant. This is spiritual. When you get married to somebody, that's a whole nother ball game. You do not want to play with God. Step number 1, make sure you heal first. Step number 2, you always want to be in contact with your Father. You always want to be in contact with the Creator. You want to make sure that this is the woman for you. Women are out here, they're trained, they're taught. There's different women that's teaching us, and that's what God don't like. He talks about it all the time in Revelation and in general. For these women that keep deceiving his kings, yeah, their day is going to come. God does not like that. He don't like when women be out here just, like, you won't get my nails done or what? The disrespect, the hitting men, the doing this and doing that is not cool. And I don't condone that stuff, but it's not cool. So how a woman going to be out here? Because women be out here trying to demasculate men. So they're out here trying to talk to you crazy, different things like that. Like I said, I don't pick sides. As much as I talk to men about stuff, I talk to women about it too. So I never think when we in here, I'm trying to take y'all back like, yeah, bro, she quit, you know what I'm saying? She understand. I can understand as much as I can understand, but it's still a two-way street. So when I'm talking to y'all, I'm just talking to y'all. But understand that it's not cool for you to hit her back because she hit you neither. You have to heal. Pray to the Father and make sure it's the perfect time. There's women out here that is marrying men just for what they have. It's just not a lot of love out here. People don't care about your heart no more like that. This is the wisdom that I got from the young man. He's a homosexual man. Personally, you gotta love all people, right? You have to love all people. Some of them be disrespectful. They think they women. They like to disrespect women, whatever. But I'm going to do what David said in Proverbs. He says, son, I'm going to teach you wisdom and their dark sayings. Because see, a wise man, he will know a little bit about darkness. He keep his ears to the street a little bit. He wise so he can know which way not to go. So I'm listening to this man right here that I'll be watching sometimes. He is not one of the ones that be trying to like talk about us and down us and stuff like that. He is actually, because he's still a man, so he give us information on some things that we can probably improve in and different things like that. So like I said, with wisdom, I listen to him. Now I listen to this. He said there's this woman, and there's clip going around on the shade room. This man proposed to this woman. I guess he got her like some $1,000 of rings. Well, her heart wasn't there. She was just there for the money. So what she did was she told him, she was like, babe, I just wanted you to know, I know we engaged, but I don't love you like that. My heart is somewhere else. You could tell this man was crushed. And he was like, well, he was cool too. He was like, okay, I want my ring back. And she was like, I'm not giving the ring back because I did want to marry you at a point in time. That's disgusting. This is what the young man said to do. This is why I'm coming here for you. He said, before a man spends billions of dollars, because first of all, the ring is important. Women do love big rings. It do make us feel good and make us look good. But sometimes women be like forcing men to marry them. They pressure them. Y'all know when y'all be ready. Don't let no woman do that. And then don't be playing neither. Like, okay, bro, don't be with no woman 100 years neither. And then playing with her. This is why I say pray to the Father, so he can tell you when the time is right. At some point, you can have all of these side pieces if you want to, but at some point you're going to get tired of that. And then when the sickness and health come and you just got all of these side pieces and you land up in a hospital or something going on, the side pieces, all them gonna pull up and they just gonna be fighting. So nobody still is gonna care about you. Get you a woman, a young lady that really cares about you. This woman said she not giving him the ring back. So this is what MJ said. He said, before you, unfortunately, we got to do things like this because that's the world we live in. Test the spirit by the spirit. Before you get her a $30,000 ring, get that girl a $500 ring. K Jewels. Amazon got some real nice ones for $300. This is the thing. Because every time we talk about one a little cheaper and stuff like that, people be like, well, you don't know your value. People even say that stuff to me. You don't know your value. You don't know your worth. Like, girl, why would you like not? You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to spend $1,000 when y'all first went out. The mentality is different. We always want to see what women is doing is stripping men of their power. That's what they're doing. Like the young lady did. I think it was and we're going to talk about this because I got to read on this. I think it wasn't Saul. Who was it, Lord? Tell me who it was. There was a young man, Delilah and Samuel. Come on, Jesus. I believe it was Samuel and Delilah. What she did was she deceived him. His hair was his power. That was his gift from God. She had him cut his hair and he lost his power. Men lose their power when they start listening to these women. These women want you to do this and do that, and they're stripping you of your power. So before you get that woman a $30,000 ring, I don't care if you got it or not, test the spirit by the spirit. Make sure she is who she really needs to be. You will be able to tell a genuine woman because of the way how she is grateful. You'll be, God even says, be grateful over the small things before you get the big things. Like I said, some women don't be agreeing with me because, oh my God, like she's telling our secrets. There is no secret. We either gonna be real or we not. Cause see, I ain't trying to play them games. Nobody got time to be fooling with God later on. He'd be looking like, yup, I seen down there just fooling, playing with my men. Get that girl a $200, $300 ring. That's still a lot of money. The fact that you getting on your knee, that says a lot. That does a lot. She should just be happy and grateful. Don't be, and again, don't be trying to play nobody neither though. Don't pull up with no $50 ring or nothing like that. I'm just saying, still put your heart into it. Still put value into it. Still put love into it. But before you get a $30,000 ring, a $50,000, even a $5,000 ring, this is what MJ said. Get that girl like a $200, $300. He ain't getting no price, but that's what I'm saying. Get that girl a $200, $300, $1 a promise ring. That's what he said. Get her a promise ring first. You can still propose with the promise ring. Make sure you have the boundaries and stuff like that so we can know what's going on. Get her a promise ring first. It's levels to this. You know you want this woman and you want to be with her. Get her a promise ring. That right there, she know that I'm taking. I can't talk to nobody. I have a man. In the middle of the stages, I can see you probably upgrading that a little bit. So the promise ring is just like the settlement. Like, I'm showing you that I really want you. So now let's begin to heal. Let's work together. Let's build an empire, right? And then I say like in the middle stages, then you go for it from probably up it a little bit. The engagement, get her a $200, $300, maybe $500 ring. When the wedding day comes, that's when you cash out with the Keisha K. Rock. That's when you cash out with the blood diamond. You know what I'm saying? For starters, don't do that. And that was bald that girl did. She's a beautiful ring. And she wouldn't even give it back. Because you know what they're going to do? What they're going to do is they're going to go take that money with their next man. What that girl did, what we thinking she did, was she pawned that ring. And that's what females do, unfortunately. They're going to take your money and use it on their side dude. Just like dudes do it too. Dudes will take a girl money and the wisdom that she give and they'll go use it for another woman that they want. You know, if you don't want that woman, stop playing games. God don't like that. Stop playing games. Stop holding up people's life. It's not going to be good for you. You'll always, in the end, it's not going to be good. You'll be hurt even more than you were playing with people. Walk away. Walk away. You can't communicate with somebody, you feel like you gotta cheat, walk away. Before you get that woman a $10,000, $15,000 ring, we know you got it like that, sir. Just test the spirit by the spirit, because they out here fooling each and every day by the day. Start that lady off with a promise ring and let her know that you're serious. If she a real woman and she grateful, she's going to be good with that. Like I said, still don't do her bold like, well, I'm finna go get her a $20 ring. No, don't get no lollipop ring. Still be wise, be of value, be a good man. But we ain't got to start off 30,000. Get her a promise ring, let her know, hey, you the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. I just wanted to start with a promise ring. And with this promise ring, that's just saying that, you know, I want us to begin to build, help each other out. I want us to learn about each other and grow. Let's be friends first. The promise ring is showing that I want you to be my woman. You're here. We ain't got to live together right now or nothing like that. But I just want you to know that I want you to be my woman. These are some boundaries. It wouldn't be respectful for you to speak to other men. I won't speak to other women neither. Then later on, you know what I'm saying? I won't mind doing nothing else. Later on, go ahead and pop down in there again. Engagement ring. Hey, babe, you know, the last 2 years has been going good. I upgraded your ring. Keep going on. You see she the one, you know she the one. You talking to your father. He like, go ahead and do that thing. Hey, babe, this the wedding ring. You gonna blow her mind at the wedding. You gonna blow everybody's mind at the wedding. Just be wise. Don't start off big, you know. And like I said, I know people be saying, oh, you got to be a value, this, that, and the third. You still don't want to cheat nobody. I understand matching energy and stuff like that. And men are required, I guess, to do, you know, a little bit more or to still have that power. Because I know some women like to take men power. We're independent, so we don't like, I got the door myself. But, you know, we have to learn. And those are the things that we have to learn. That men have a certain role that they have, and we have a certain role that we have as well. So there's things that we're supposed to allow you to do as well. So that way we're not demasculating you at all. And then there is some things that we're not supposed to do. Before you cash on a lady ring, get that lady a promise ring. Get that lady a nice promise ring. Get that lady a nice promise ring. And then move up the bar when you can feel her. For real. And then go to therapy. That's step number 3, therapy. And the talking stages, and this is when you're trying to be serious. This video might not be for all men, because you're like, bro, don't nobody ain't even thinking like that. If you thinking like that, go to therapy with that person. Again, I know men kind of feel like, I don't want people in my business, all this and that. Your friends, putting your homeboys in your business, putting your family in your business, it don't work like that. Because see, them people be jealous that they ain't got it like that. You can sit around and tell people all day that you happy and bro this, bro that. Some of the bros be checking out your girl. Some of the people, your family, they jealous they ain't never been married. So you do want to incorporate a wise counselor. The first therapy session should be with God. Y'all always want to make sure that y'all have a relationship with God. So the flawless man has a covenant. The Alexus Love Beauty, she also has her individual covenant with the Father. When y'all come together, there is 2 heads is better than 1. If God is with thee, no man can be against thee. That's the covenant right there. So first y'all come together and y'all pray with the Father. And then y'all go and get outside counseling, outside therapy. I feel like that's something that'll just be, it can be for whatever different people, like however long it has to be, or if it's necessary or not. But we always need God. God is going to give us that wisdom as well. So flawless, man, just 3 steps. Communication is always key. Don't judge nobody. We all been out here used by the enemy. You've even been used by the enemy. Just make sure you do your extended research on the woman. But don't judge her. Don't use stuff against her. Because women by default are already the weaker vessel. We were made the weaker vessel. We were made out of a body part of the men. So we're by default weaker. So this is why the enemy wanted to attack us in the beginning. He always been on our head in the beginning. This is why I feel like he never went for the man anyway, because he already knew the power and the relationship. Come on, Jesus. The flawless man, the covenant that Adam already had with God. They was already business partners. They was already in covenant. Adam was already naming stuff. He already had the relationship with God. They was solid. Soon as he made that woman, go back and read Genesis, and guess what Adam told God? God said, what happened? Like I said, when you ask me, when I read, it don't even sound like Adam was nowhere near her in the garden when she got to see, because I don't even think he would let that happen. But see, them being one, when you are with that person, you become one. This is way before they even knew each other, before they even was intimate or anything. Soon as she got there, the devil was waiting on her, the weaker vessel. But see, she had the same soul as him, the same spirit, the soul tie. So he said, you can eat from this tree. She said, no, I'm not supposed to eat from here. Surely I'll die. He said, oh, you're not going to die. You'll be like God. You'll have the wisdom like God. And she ate from there. What she do? She took it to her husband. He ate from there because she is of him. So he's going to listen to her. We need our men to get in a position, like to be leaders. You have to be strong enough to say, hold on, babe. This is why, like a flawless man, he's not just going to listen to no female. He's wise. He's going to understand a woman is meant to be his help. But also he's going to say, you know what, bro, that don't even sound like no good idea. God told me, you know this because you have a relationship with God. As soon as God pulled up, he had the devil. He had Adam and Eve in the garden. And he said, look, I'm about to run this by all three of y'all. He said, what happened? Adam was like, the woman did it. He said, the woman you made out of me, she gave it to me and I ate. And then he was like, okay, well, this what you get. She gonna have bad childbearing. She gonna be bleeding and stuff, all that other stuff. Everybody about to be cursed. He cursed all of them. He was like, y'all about to be cursed. Now you got to figure out another way. See, we've been disrespecting God. He said, so now y'all gonna have to get in contact with me through my son. The only way to the Father is through his son. He said, if you don't come in the name of Jesus, then you ain't coming at all. We've been disrespecting him. He said, look, I love y'all. That's why we still here. He love us. He give us grace. He said, but y'all not about to play with me like that. He said, the devil, you gonna have your little sword, 4 scores or how many years you get to roam around this planet, but it's gonna be over for you. So you can get however many people you want to, but it's gonna be done for you. This is why things are hard for us. God still loves us. He wants us in connection with us, but he do not want us playing with him. He ain't gonna play with us neither. So, flawless men, get back in covenant with God. This is private. This is secret. And you are to tell him everything. God said when your mother and your father forsake him, you are to turn to him because he is your father. Before he even made them people to be your parents, he was your father. He knew you first. Before your daddy was like, hey, she bad. Excuse me, can I get your number? Before all that even went down, God knew you in the spirit first. Go back to him. Whether you have your father is here or not, whether you have a relationship with him or not, God can heal you. You can be the man that your dad was supposed to be. You can become that man. You can break that generational curse. There is work that needs to be done. All women are not just out here fooling. Maybe in the past, do not judge God's women because we all have a past. We all did different things. Just be real about it. Somebody being real to you, don't judge nobody. Because a lot of the times men don't want to tell what they be doing. Or if they do, they feel like it's cool because in the society we in, it's cool because I'm a man and I get to do that. Well, no, you don't. You don't get to do that. You'll be judged as well. God don't have no respect of a person. Anybody that's not following the law, living in their purpose, doing what God's telling them to do, he'll blow out our candlesticks and he'll make things harder for us due to disobedience. Just because you're a man, you don't get off the hook. Just because you was here first and you have a relationship with him, you have a covenant with him, you don't get off the hook. He wants us all to be wise. Be wise. Go and read in Proverbs. I love Proverbs for the man. I always introduce Proverbs for the man. That's a really good and powerful book. It tells you about the men, the friends you should be hanging with, the different types of women, how to be a king, a leader. Go and read Proverbs. Flawless man, I love you. God bless you. Make sure you pray. Make sure you seek ye first. Make sure you heal yourself. Get your mental intact. Test the spirit by the spirit. Because she could be sent by the devil. Get that lady a promise ring. You know what I'm saying? A year or two go by. The time frame is on y'all. Like I said, don't make somebody wait 1,000 years neither to marry you neither. The time frame is on y'all. I'm starting to learn that maybe a year or two of dating somebody, and not even dating, man. I say friends, like a year of being friends, getting to know somebody. Then the 2 years, maybe you are dating. Then the 3 years, maybe you get the promise ring. Then the 4 years, maybe you in. I know women are different because we feel like we got time frames and stuff like that. So, like I said, the time frame and all that goes for y'all personal relationship, y'all personal covenant, and then also what God says, because God know when everybody is ready. But just make sure that those are the conversations y'all have to have. Some people, they meet, they get married tomorrow, and they'll be settled for the rest of their life because they already knew that was her. Men be knowing if it's her. If it's not her, leave that woman alone. Leave that woman alone. Make sure you get in contact with the Father. Make sure you pray. Start that lady off small. See where her heart at. Pray with her. Y'all get individual therapy, individual counseling, individual prayer with God relationships. Then y'all come together. Keep people out y'all business. I know it'd be cool to talk to the homeboys. You gotta watch your circle. Make sure you do a circle check too. Make sure that the men and you want people to be around you that you're trying to become. You don't need a whole bunch of street dudes around you when you're trying to become a gentleman. They're going to begin to throw you off. You'll hang with them and see them picking up this woman, that woman. You'll get thrown off. You want to hang around other flawless men, other leaders. You don't want to be in the mindset of temptation. Eventually it'll happen. Alexus loves you. Mwah.